from underneath of them
Yeah.
to run these wars. I don't think people consider, that whole aspect in regards to things are just resources themselves, how they're utilized, how we use them. It goes beyond just picking something up off of the shelf and paying whatever it is at the counter.
Yeah. And even the pollution when you think about war, it's horrendous, talking about, speeding up the global warming, and you never hear anything about that. All the nations that are in wars right now, the CO2 levels, all the pollution, all the weaponry, producing the weaponry, all the oil going, towards the machines and the transportation, and it's horrendous,
Yeah, that's a great point. All these global warming people want to come out and put it down on just a regular everyday person.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got to cut down on your car driving and all this other stuff, but then of course they're not going to mention anything to do with, the wars that are going on and all the pollution and
exactly.
Depleted uranium and things of that nature.
Yeah, exactly.
It's madness.
It is total madness, but I think I think that that is a very good way to summarize it. That you mentioned there, run that by us again. Tell me that it's a collective problem and we're going to solve it through the individual. Give me that line again.
Yeah, it's a collective problem that resides with the individual.
There we go. There's the one I'm looking for. Yeah, exactly. And I think that is kind of a good place also to begin to round things up for this time, AJ. Things have been, or time rather, has been flying by us here, and this has been an excellent conversation. And beyond that, we have to have you back soon, because we also want to talk about a few more books that we didn't get to today at all. But that's okay. We had a very good conversation. But beyond that, I want to leave the last couple of minutes to you in case you want to mention your website, some of the books that you have there up there for us with these kinds of topics, good suggestions or book tips that you would recommend for people that want to read further on this.
Yeah, the website is oneheartbooks.com, and some of the books I don't sell that I think are real important. If I had the money, I would deal with some of these bigger book companies and get some of these books in, but I don't have them.
Mm-hmm.
I think some of the most important information out there, besides looking at the conspiracy and the New World Order, is some of the teachings that Eckhart Tolle brings forth,
mm-hmm.
and what he talks about with the ego, because that's what I really feel is happening here. Is they're just manipulating people through their egos. The leader possessed by it, and again, just as another individual solution is to get into oneself and to become aware of how the ego operates, within the self.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the cut off, kind of cut that influence out.
Yeah.
There's plenty of good books. To understand how the money system is being manipulated, The Creature from Jekyll Island by Griffin.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good book. Secret societies. I think it's good to study the secret societies and understand what they're up to.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I guess another solution as far as, that maybe we'll be able to implement one day is to say, we can never have any secret organizations. If you can't be out in the open, then what's your intention with the secrecy?
That's right, exactly. That's right. So you have, I guess, to just mention and round things off here with a few books. Do you carry on oneheartbooks.com any Nick Begich and Jim Keith books?
Yeah, I have Control in the Human Mind. I sell Dr. Nick Begich, his 4 DVDs, which is Mind Control. Another one's called Technologies of the 21st Century. He did a DVD on Earth Changes, and another one called Harp Update. I have both the books that he wrote on harp, which was Angels Don't Play This Harp.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, there was a third one there too. that called Earth Rising and Earth Rising 2. Science Society and I guess the Betrayal of the Soul or something like that. I don't quite remember.
Okay.
Jim Keefe, I have Mind Control, World Control, which is an excellent book. Mass Control, Engineering Human Consciousness, which is another mind control book.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I have anything other that was put together by him. You know, I have the Alice Constantine, Virtual Government, Psychic Dictatorship in the USA,
Yeah.
and The Covert War Against Rock, which I think that's a very important subject there that's not talked about too much, is the manipulation and control of the music industry.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, we have to have you back on. Do a few more. We should do a show. A few more shows on good books and topics and tips for other books and get into a few other areas. But again, to round things off this time, I want to thank you so much for coming on, AJ. Thank you for sharing with us, your experiences with the EMF weaponry. It's been fascinating to hear about it and trying to figure out what the heck's been going on, and also about this last part that we got into, talking about all the problems that we face, but also about all the solutions that actually are out there for people to to implement and to actually be able to do something. So again, AJ, I want to thank you so much for coming on. It has been a pleasure, and I hope to do it again soon.
Yeah, you're more than welcome, my brother. I really appreciate you having me on, and the same here. It has really been a pleasure.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
All right.